I was inspired to write Welcome to the Widows Club a couple of years after my father-in-law had passed away, after witnessing the ups and downs, more like the downs and then ups of grieving after the death of a spouse. She had been married for 55 years. I'd say half of it was not happy. My father-in-law had OCD. He was a bit of a curmudgeon. And she had thought about divorce many times, but she hung in on the marriage, and by the time he had passed away, yes, she loved him, but it was part relief. Number one, he was sick. He didn't have to suffer anymore. Number two, at 75, she still had an opportunity to now live life on her own terms. Mm-hmm. So she had to go through all the different complex feelings that we have when someone we love dies, but at the same time it gives you the opportunity to go and take whatever little bit of life is left and move forward through it. You lose your spouse, you're going through the grief. There's so many things that are really hard to deal with. Just the amount of paperwork that one has to deal with when you're grieving. And at one point, like 9 months into it, she's like, I want to have fun and all I'm doing is paperwork. It kind of made the grieving worse. One of the things I wanted to share was how children can help their parents grieve when they lose their spouse. And it also helps you get through your grief is by giving time, spending time with them. That's the most important thing that you can do. Help them with the paperwork, let them give you the honey-do list, but also take them out. Show them a good time. All the couples that she was friends with her husband, suddenly weren't part of her environment anymore. They were dropping out of her life. We found out the women who still had husbands didn't want single women around their husbands anymore. They get territorial. Mm-hmm. And we also found that out with widow clubs in these neighborhoods. It wasn't easy to become part of that group. Whether it was they didn't want to coordinate that many people or it was a friendship thing, they didn't want to let anybody else in.